I hope everybody is doing well. Yes, I am wearing my Game of Thrones t-shirt. A Girl Has No Name. I am a big Game of Thrones fan, if anybody is wondering. But today we are doing a three-headed Hydra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-headed Hydra today. Yay, me! We're going to be coloring today. Yay! So today we're going to be using a lot of different pencils. Yay, me! So I hope everybody's been doing well and is good today. And yes, I did get my color in heaven. Look what everybody wants to know what arrived. I will tell you what arrived yesterday. So that way everybody can get off of my back a little bit. What arrived yesterday was Fantasy Princesses Special. Oh no, we lost the people. Fantasy Princesses. This is Mythomophia. Fantasy Princesses Special. Came yesterday. I mean, that the images are just beautiful in this. I love this. I think I showed it the last time it came. The beach vacation coloring book. Like, look at all these pretty beach vacation ones. Who in like this one? I did film some flip throughs yesterday, so that's why I didn't come on yesterday because I was busy filming flip throughs. So hello to everybody in the chat. Then I also got this one, which is Gypsy Dancer. I like these. These are really cute. Deborah Mueller images, if anybody likes them. So I see that we've lost some people. I don't know why we're losing people. I don't know who else is live. So what color should the hydras be? Like everybody always makes them green. I think the hydra should be red. It would be too much red. Looking for my prismas, which I seem to have misplaced. I always misplace my prismas. For whatever reason, I seem to use them the most, and I always am misplacing them. So we're going to be coloring the hydras. My hydras are going to be red and orange. And I don't know why, but I just like that color combination. And this is my swordfish sharpener. You can tell. This is madder. These are the polys. We're not going to do any fancy blending. That's not the way I color. I hope everybody's doing well. Guys, can you see me? I can't see the chat. I don't know what's going on that I can't see the chat. Hold on. Let me go on my phone and see if I can see the chat there. I don't know why I can't see the chat. Marvin, I can't see the chat. It won't let me do it. Why it's not letting me see the chat? I wonder if it's just something I'm doing in my chat that I'm not seeing the chat. Maybe I can see the chat here. Everybody say hello. Can I see the chat? Let's see if I can see the chat. Hello to everybody in the chat room. I'm sorry if I don't see the chat. want to see if I can see the chat on the phone now. Something's wrong with the chat, guys. Someone say something because I want to see if it's just me or if I need to switch to the top chat to get it done. I don't want to refresh it because if I want to pop out the chat. So I wanted to see everybody say hello. This color is Matta. This is in the polychromos. So what has everybody been coloring in? Grayscale, mermaids, fantasy, dragons, hydras, animals. I know some people got some really cute animal books. Guys, the new special that they just sold online for coloring having subscribers, if you saw it, it's the most adorable thing I've seen in a long time. It's for like a Sarah Kay special. It's so adorable. I can't even tell you how adorable this special is that they have. The Sarah Kay one, but you buy that separately because it's part of their collection. It's not part of the subscription. Now I'm going to show you the other color we're doing for this piece. It's a really nice color too. This is the orange, and this is dark cadmium orange. I just love cadmium. Cadmium is so pretty. Dark. Hi, Vicky R. I wasn't sure if the chat was working because we have like 10 people in here and I didn't see any hello. So hi, Vicky. How are you? I don't see any of my mods today, so I'm a little worried, but I'm sure they'll show up. They always do. I'm on a little bit earlier than I normally would be on. Normally I come on like around 2. So. Surprised that Michelle isn't around. Because normally she's here. Hi, Misty. So, you know how it works, Let's just try to see if, because, people have been saying to me that they're not getting the notifications. It's just making me a little upset that they're not getting the notifications. Hey, Jacqueline. How are you guys? I don't see any of my mods here, which is odd. Who wants to be a mod? Oh, Robin is here. Oh, yay, Robin is here. Robin, who's the link queen, guys. We are coloring today for Mythomophia. I love, I think I've completed only one picture in this whole entire book. Believe it or not, I've only ever finished one picture in this book, and that's the purple unicorn. I made the unicorn purple. It was my first time doing the book, so I didn't know as much as I know now. I have a few pictures in this book that are not completed, which makes me a little sad because, Kerby's books take, you know, an extremely long time to do. I'm thinking that I'm going to make the background black and gray, but that can change as the picture changes. You know, sometimes you have an idea and then the idea changes as you color it. Thank you, Vicky. Or I like things that are bold and different. You know, here's the thing. I have a. Let me show you something that was a work in progress, but I don't think I'll ever finish it now because I don't have these gel pens anymore. Let me show you one of the pages in this book that I started a very long time ago. You see how glittery that is? I don't have these gel pens anymore. All right, so you know, I do have the fine liner. This was a fine liner. I remember it was a fine liner. That much I remember. So, and you know, when I did this was when I first started coloring. So I've had this book for quite a while. So, you know, I try to do colors that are different from everybody else. So, you know, it's like it's different when you start because you start and then you realize as you go along, you learn more stuff as you start to color more. Oh, that's okay, Susan. I'm having problems with my computer because right now the I and the O button are not working properly. So I got to figure out how to make them work. And this is more than a one stream project. I know we were going to work in Mythomophia, but I was like, no. I didn't really. Some of those pictures in Mythomophia, I'm like, you know, I have to have an idea. I have to have a concept in mind. And I right now don't have a concept for some of those pictures. So if a picture comes into my mind and I have a concept for it, then I did this. But then I was looking through this book and I saw this picture and I saw a few other pictures in it. And I'm like, I like this book better. I don't know why, but I like the creature. I guess I like, you know, lately I've been doing more dragon stuff and mermaid stuff. I guess it's because I'm an underwater junkie, I guess. Or, and then Miss May, some of you know, she showed a book today from Jane F. Hankins, the Angel books. Yeah, Jane F. Hankins has a new Angel book, guys. So go get that. If you guys also can do it, Hannah Lynn has another new book out that she's releasing. It's called Maui Mermaids Artist Edition. Now you can only get the artist edition via her website, so hopefully I'll get that soon too. Now I'm going to add a little green to this, just a tiny bit of green. See, sometimes I'll have pencils down because I'm working with another project on them, so sometimes I have the pencils down so I know that I'm working on it. This is leaf green. The whole hydra is going to be I don't know when it's going to be on Amazon, the handling Maui Mermaids 2. It might be on there soon, but it won't be an artist edition, Misty. You can only get the artist edition right now on Hannah Lynn's website. I think you can buy on her website the regular book, but if you want the artist edition, you have to buy that off of Amazon. Yes, the whole hydra is going to look one color. And then I need a pink. I need a pink. Now I need a pink. Oh, there's nothing ever for. Why is there nothing ever for in the same place? The pencils went all over the place and now I don't know where they went. Now I need a pink. I need the pink for the tongues. So if you want the artist edition, which in my opinion is better because the book, artist editions are nice. Someone told me that there's an artist edition, that Kerby has an artist edition of this, and that it's on better paper and it's single-sided. Someone told me that he's coming out with an artist edition. I would love that if he came out with an artist edition. You know how many people would buy that up? So I've been hearing that there's talks with Kerby. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a rumor that he may be coming out with an artist edition of some of his books, or it may be a compilation of the favorites, like Colormorphia. Only thing, it wouldn't be called Colormorphia. It might be called Colormorphia Artist Edition. So where you could have the pictures in a better paper. I like having that isn't illegal. I'll tell you right now. If you buy books on eBay, be careful of the sellers because usually those are independent sellers and they're not licensed. So you're best going off to where the artist's website is or the Kickstarters because those are generally done by the artist. So when you buy directly from the artist that you'll get in the book a quality book. eBay is iffy. I wouldn't recommend buying it for everything, I wouldn't recommend it for diamond paintings. I know a lot of people get diamond paintings on eBay and at AliExpress or Alibaba as it's known. But I still have 3 diamond paintings that I'm waiting for. One more from Pretty Neat Creative, one more from Heart Full of Diamonds, one more from DAC, which is Diamond Art Club. So keep that in mind that I like Diamond Art Club, but I wouldn't buy diamond paintings on AliExpress or Alibaba as it's known. Hi, Mom, you're home. I'm streaming. Just have to let my mother know that I'm streaming so she doesn't. So. Well, here's the thing, because when you buy from AliExpress, I've not had a good experience from buying from AliExpress. That's not to say, thank you, Miss Robin, put up a link for Hannah Lynn's thing. I necessarily would recommend buying it. I think that her art is fantastic, Miss Hannah Lynn. So if you're going to buy stuff from her, buy it directly from her. Oh, that's always, it's dawned on me I'm going to have to get a new computer, and it's kind of sad because I like this computer, but it's been giving me some problems, Robin. At this point, I know I need it. It's not just a want. Well, I like coloring with pencils. I started with pencils and then I got into markers. So as you can see, this is my thing. I've been trying to fill up my Copic chart a little bit more with same colors. So this is the current state of my Copic collection. As you can see, I'm missing some things, but I do have a lot of. The keyboard is attached to the computer, so it's not just the keyboard that's messing up, Robin. I've been having power problems. I have, everything else going wrong with it. Things are shutting off and things shouldn't be shutting off, and then I'm having problems with the USB ports. So there's that, and that's a problem. Like right before I started streaming, I was having some problem because it wasn't USB cord for the. Oh, those are cute pictures. They're not for me personally, but I know a lot of people who like them. Not every book is right for everybody. That doesn't mean that it's not a good book for you. Yeah, though that is a good chart because that chart helps me figure out, okay, what colors do I not have? What colors do I need? I don't want to buy things twice. And also, I'm a heavy-handed colorist. Everybody, that's exactly true. Everybody likes something different. Everybody's going to color pictures differently. You follow tutorials given by other people that the color is going to look different than when you color it. Because you might not have the same style or technique as that person. Doesn't mean that that technique isn't any good. It just means it's not your technique. Well, then while I sharpen up the orange pencil, we're working with our polychromos. It's actually more cost effective to buy a new one, Ramen. Really is. Believe it or not. When I got this computer a few years ago, which was like 2014, it was actually originally meant to be mine. It wasn't meant to be a shared computer. And then things happened with the other computer that I didn't foresee. Like the last computer had an epic crash. Oh, what was that? Are you okay? No, I just heard something go pop. Like, when you hear that big thing. I tried those. Those were one of the first pencils I ever had. They were good when I started. They're a good starter pencil. What I mean by good starter pencils, like I rate them right up there with the Crayolas. But there are a lot of better artist pencils out there that you guys will find as you do this more. These are Faber-Castell polychromals. I have all kinds of pencils. So, people ask me all the time, what is my favorite pencil? But, that depends on a lot of things. Depends what kind of paper I'm using, what my mood is. Everything is different. If I'm doing straight coloring, I honest to God like the Faber-Castells like these. But if I'm doing layering and things that require different paper, then I would say Prismas, because I can layer and I can do blending and I can do all kinds of things with Prismas that I can't do with my other pencils. But, Prismas basically taught me, how to be a little bit lighter handed with them because When I first got my Prismas, I wasn't very proficient with them. And I had to watch a lot of tutorials to understand how to blend, how to layer with them. Once you understand that they are really meant to be a pencil to layer, that doesn't mean you can't straight color with them, which you can. But if you learn how to do layering, blending with them, that is always fun to do. If I'm working in the romantic country books, my favorite pencils to use for romantic country and anything that's eerie, because the paper is a little bit different. The Prismas do not work very well. Well, I shouldn't say they don't work. They work, but they're really funny in that book because they leave residue in that book. So I like my Schrift Farbens for those books. What do I like in my Johanna Basford books? Prismas and the Pablos. Create Space books. I like using markers in those. Color It books. I like using markers. I don't like using my Soho pencils in the Color It books because they eat them up. So you see, everything is different based on paper. Paper alone can determine what you like, what you don't like, as far as books go. Someone once asked me, what is the best marker to get? Again, that's subjective because, some people may like Copic. Some people may like their Cali Arts. That's different depending on what everybody likes. And someone asked me, what should I get as a marker? And I go, well, there's a couple of things to consider. When you're buying pencils or markers, what's your budget? Are you heavy-handed? Are you light-handed? These are all the things you have to consider when you're buying things. What's my budget? Can I really afford to buy that book? Because that book may be, I see it be $25, but then I have to add the shipping and handling if it's on, let's say, a site like Etsy. I could have a book that comes up to like $40 because of the shipping. Maybe even $50 once you put in the shipping. There have been some books that look beautiful that I have not got, that I didn't get because the shipping made the book outrageously highly priced. So I'm not going to go out and get everything I see without examining the price point of a book. If you go on a budget, I say look at Amazon, look at Book Depository, look at Book Outlet. Book Outlet and Book Depository have stuff for sale every once in a while. So keep that in mind. Every once in a while, Book Depository and Book Outlet, especially Book Outlet, they have coloring books on sale quite a lot of times. So keep that in mind. So what is everybody coloring or reading? I know I finished a book. I have to write the review. I've been kind of putting off writing the review for about a week. W. Miller is another one. I like that. I finished the Deborah Miller book. I finished the Crown Fantasy Queens. I filmed the finished flip through of that. So I'm going to keep that until I do the finished pages for the month. And I've already filmed the finished flip through of that. So I also finished that Jennifer Stay book that I had got in the original Bliss one. Oh, wow. What does Iris Johansson do? Is she like does she do mystery, romantic suspense? You know, everybody is different with what books they like. Because someone asked me, whoa, what's the best watercolor book? What are the best watercolors? And, you know, I don't really know anything really about watercolors. I know a little bit about watercolors, but that's not my per se. I saw someone once do this whole picture, but they put it on watercolor paper. They made a copy of it somehow. They put it on watercolor and did a watercoloring of it. So I was like looking at what they did, and I was like purples, greens, blues, everything you can imagine they did. You know, we all have different things we like. You know, everybody does something different with their books. You know, I'm kind of happy that I found this picture because it will give me a chance to actually do more work in the Kerby books, which I've been wanting to do more Kerby stuff for a while. I feel like I don't get to do enough Kerby. And I know a lot of you've been wanting me to do Kerby, but you know, here's the thing too. I didn't feel like I had the confidence to do Kerby for a while. Now I feel like I have more confidence to do Kerby because Kerby is, you know, I don't want to say anything negative, but I think Kerby is a very fun book to do, but he is work. That's okay. That's important, Robin. You know, Kerby is one of those guys where you see his work and you're kind of like, oh my god, when you see the pictures, you kind of get a little, how should I put it? You kind of almost get a little intimidated. You know, and I was like looking at how Sammy did her Kirby pictures, and I'm like utterly amazed. It's like, oh my goodness, those are beautiful. No, I even like the Color in Heaven magazines. That Gothic Alchemy one, oh my god, that was beautiful. That specialist. Somebody said, oh, I don't have enough confidence to do grayscale like that. And then I recommended that they get the Jade Summerflight scales because those books are just as beautiful as, well, that can help you develop the confidence. You know, a lot of people do the Jade Summer grayscale. And if you really are scared to do grayscale, try those grayscales first because those grayscales just Mm. I like the orange and red because it's a nice combo and it goes with everything. You know, you can do kind of matter. This color is matter. This is the red that I'm using. What are you eating? Mm. That's the place. That's the Alhambra. It's one of the restaurants across the street from where I live. Just asked to know what she bought. Wow, 11 of you here. That's a lot. Guys, give this thing a thumbs up if you like it. I mean, you're not obligated to. If you do, let me know. Because that helps us with the overall rating on YouTube. That's Worlds Within Worlds. I believe World Within Worlds has the shoe picture. I have it, but I have not colored that picture. But I have colored the Russian nesting dolls, the dinosaur with the houses on it. So I haven't done anything else besides those two. I'm on Instagram as Princess Grace 1000. Um, we also have a Facebook group which is called Grace's Coloring Corner on Facebook. So sometimes I post pictures there. Go on, I'm gonna just sharpen it. That's a nice one. I get them in subscription, so I have a lot of them now. When I started, I didn't have that many. Now I have a lot of them. So that's one thing I want to do is a color in heaven month. Would you guys like a color in heaven month where we could do a lot? I do a lot of straight coloring. I like straight coloring because it's easy. I wouldn't say it's easier, but sometimes you don't need to do all the fancy layering and blending. You know, when you're using markers, sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. But I color straight. That's just the way I color, and I'm fine with that. There's nothing wrong with straight coloring. You know, you can do. I'm thinking a nighttime sky, black and gray. Or we could do dark blue and purple. But we'll do the background last. Sometimes I come up with the background and then I said to myself, no, the picture doesn't need the background after all. No, that's the thing with doing backgrounds is that sometimes you look at a picture and you're like, no, this thing has too much colors anyway. Someone once called me a messy colorist, and you know what I said? There's nothing wrong with being a messy colorist as long as it comes out nice and as long as you're happy. Now, some people have said, oh, they don't like that I color outside the lines, or I don't like this. There's no wrong or right way to color. The only person that you have to be, Grace's coloring corner. So, and then the orange again. The only person that you should be worried about pleasing is yourself. How it looks to you. If you think it looks great, then it looks great. You know what? Everybody has a different opinion, and you've got to try and be respectful of it. Their opinions. That's it. Exactly. It wasn't very nice, but you know what? We all have different opinions of what makes a page great. And you know what? You have to try and be respectful. As long as you're respectful and you're not offensive and you're not a troll, you're more than welcome on this channel. But I will not tolerate bullying. I will not tolerate being insulted. Name calling is never very nice. You know, there are ways to do constructive criticism going, oh, I wouldn't have done it this way. Maybe you should have tried doing it this way instead of being nasty. You know what I mean? There are ways to do. There are ways to do to do to give criticism without being mean. Am I hearing music outside? Of course, they're playing music outside. They're not supposed to be in large gatherings. the thing about it does, but the thing about Kerby's books is they do take time. Even me, who some people have deemed fast colorist, because I am a fast colorist, but to some people I'm fast, but I think I'm medium speed because I see some people do boom, 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 boom. Like, and I'm like, green, leaf green. Now, everybody colors different. Everybody has a different way of or style of coloring, as they call it. Some have called mine straight coloring, or as I was once told, what it is called, also known as what they call flat coloring. See, the only thing that I don't like about Kerby's books with the double page spreads, and this isn't some of the older ones, not in the Phantomorphia or Geomorphia. One reason why I like Phantomorphia or Geomorphia is it's only one page spreads, but when you have two page spreads, sometimes what I don't like is when the image goes like this. It's really frustrating to me as a colorist, but you learn to get over those little things. This is dark cadmium orange. This is the dark. That's okay, Miss Michelle. Do you know what we're coloring? Yes, Michelle is here. Oh, Michelle, guess what came the other day? Really happy it came. What was the one thing I was waiting on? Waiting on something. She's funny. Yeah. That's what I really, really was waiting on. Matter. We're using our polys today, Miss Michelle. I've been watching some Netflix. No bad. No, thank you, Miss Michelle. I don't need any more pressure. And guys, I'll tell you, if you guys can get a purple pillow, oh my god, it's so much better than I thought it was going to be. The purple pillow is amazing. No, come on, like, you don't have to put baby gatherings, small gatherings are fine for 4 or 5 people. That's ain't gonna happen. People don't want to listen. People want to make us go into quarantine longer. If we all do what we're supposed to do, we'll get out of this faster. People don't want to listen. People want to do what they want to do because it's getting warmer, so people are getting tired of the house. Yeah, sarcastically. Like Cornwall even said, it's not the gatherings that I have a problem with. It's the density of the gatherings. Okay. Thank you. I do watch the governor when he comes on I watch my governor every single day, or try to at least. All they can do is break it up. They don't want to go. Here's the thing, Ricky. If you call the authorities on people for gatherings, the cops don't like doing that because one of two reasons. One, they're afraid they'll catch the disease. Number two, they don't want to arrest anybody during this time. They know it's hard. And I think they try to be sympathetic. The cops don't want to enforce the rules. They feel bad. That's a little ridiculous, Vicky. That, honest to God, is a little ridiculous and over the top. Were any of them wearing masks, Vicky? And it's funny because usually there's so many people here during the weekday and everything. what's really weird about this whole situation. And for me to do this book is overcoming a fear of mine. I've always been a little. See, in New York City, they won't even let you into stores now unless you're wearing a mask. The mask is there because you want to protect other people. You're not there just protecting yourself. You're protecting other people when you wear a mask. Wearing a mask works. Is she not reading the science behind this? Has she not been to a hospital ward? Does she not watch the news? What is she saying? Though, that the news is fake and generated by the Democrats? Well, in my city, because we're a hot zone. Well, some stores won't even let you in to them without a mask here in New York City. The people who are saying this is a hoax, they're really, really wrong. Watch the news, and if you watch at the beginning, and if you watch what happened in Italy, that's not true, See all these horrible things that had happened. Where you're from, that's nothing compared to New York. If they catch you here, you're given $1,000 fine. Right? It's $1,000 fine if the cops fine you for not wearing a mask here. I think that's what the fine is in New York City. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's what the. So here in New York, it's even higher. The fine. In New York, it's $1,000 if people get fined for not wearing a mask. So it's depends on where you live, what the fine is. But the fine is there to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do. Well, I'm down in the city, so we're not ready to reopen at all. Don't get me wrong, I really, really want to reopen, but I want to do it in a way that's right. And then people get mad at our governor for trying to do the right thing, It's always like, if you're darned if you don't, you're darned. I went up to school in upstate New York, Newport's, Vicky. And then I spent 2 years, I spent my first 2 years upstate New York in the coldest place in the world. A mistake by the lake, SUNY Oswego. And then I went to Newport, which was much more prettier. So. Exactly. And they only have 2 months where they don't get snow. You know, I lived up there for a while. Hi, Miss May. You're an enabler today, Miss May. Miss May should know what she enabled today. Yes, Miss May enabled today. That's okay. You know, we all have our issues. I was wondering why I didn't see you as much today. Usually when I want to go on, you're on, Michelle. So I was like, oh, nobody's on. They can go on. What do you think you enabled, Miss May? Think about the flip that you posted today. I like that little heart. Miss May is like the watercolor queen in my eyes. She does so much beautiful work with all her beautiful watercolors. I tell you. And we're working out of Mythomophia. Yes. We're working out of Mythomophia today, Miss May. This is ocean. I gotta figure out how I'm doing the ocean. I haven't figured out how I'm doing the ocean yet, so. It's hydras, actually. I think it's an 8-headed hydra, if I'm not mistaken. One here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's a hydra because it's 8. It's not dragons there. It is actually the hydras from mythology. Is that what I think? It's not dragons, they're hydras. Right? And then an 8-headed dragon is called a hydra in mythology. Hold on, let me see what the back of the book says it is. In the back of these books, there's a thing that says it. Yeah, this is the hydra, the world, the hydras. That is Jane F. Hankins, who has a ton of beautiful books. The hydras. No, but I don't get to color Kerby all that much. So yeah, this month is a Kerby month. But we are working on the. I know there's a lot of good trivia on her channel. But I'm not getting notifications when she goes live. I don't know why, but I've been like, actually, I think some of you are having the same problem that YouTube is not letting people know when certain people go live. And then I unsubscribed from them and then I resubscribed and I'm still having the same problem with notifications. I didn't get any notification when Michelle went live. Yeah, well, there's a couple of things going on. I think Nick and Tina have two different color alongs, which kind of is color Kerby with Nick, which kind of falls into my thing. My thing is Kerby May. Um, Kate is doing Mythomophia, so the hashtags kind of mesh together. Kerby May, Mythomophia, color Kerby with Nick. I think Tina's doing a Hannah Lynn color along. There's Deborah Miller who's doing a May color along. And I forget who else is doing color alongs, but there's a lot of people doing color alongs this month. May is like what I call color along the books. I think there's a diamond painting with Mandy Mazzano this month, for a few months actually. So if you have Mandy Mazzano diamond paintings that you want to color, thank you, Miss May. So she's doing stuff too. So I think Anna's doing that thing with sunlight drawing this month. There's a sunlight drawing color along. I only have one sunlight drawing coloring book. Who's doing that? Is that Bibliophilus who's doing halfway through Halloween, if I'm not mistaken? I think Nikki and Niagara and I think one other person is doing sunlight drawing. You know who would know who's doing which color alongs? Would be Shalene, because Shalene wrote them all down. So Shalene wrote them all down. Because I know John was doing something too. But I know Nikki and Niagara, Claire, Nikki, Deborah Mueller. Uh, yeah. And I think it's doing sunlight drawing all month long. I know there's a sunlight drawing coloring thing. Color Me Creatively is doing something with somebody else, but I forget what she's doing with somebody else. So someone is doing sunlight drawing, and I think it's Miss Ann who's doing sunlight drawing. There's a lot of color alongs. I think who has that list? Shalene has the list of the color alongs for this month. Yeah, we're using my polys today, Miss May. The nice thing about the polys, the luminance, and the pagos, and the artist quality pencils is that you can buy them individually, open stock. Some of the more budget-friendly ones, you can't do that. You know, it's what coloring is worthy. You know, everybody does something different, and it comes out differently depending on who does it. Like, I love watching Sammy when she does Kirby's picks. They're totally different than the approach I would have, but it doesn't make it any less pretty. I need to show my Lyra some love too. Well, here's the thing, Miss May. I like using all my pencil sets. It's just a matter of finding what pictures are going to work the best with which pencils. These pencils work really well with this paper. Dee Dee does things way beyond, like, Dee Dee is so amazing with what she does. Everything she does is, like, just amazing. Nick Filbert picks are, like, using what she did with the Serene book, Miss May. Oh my God, Dee Dee did. For you guys who aren't familiar with this one, I'm just going to turn it over a little bit so you guys can see this. Dee Dee Willingham. Some of you know this woman, some of you may not have heard of her, but Dee Dee Willingham is the queen of watercolors and everything she does. I'm like, oh my God, that woman just does an amazing book. Have you seen what she did with her Nick Filbert picks? And especially those Serene pages? Those pictures just were like, I love Nick Filbert, but when I see some of the things that people do with Nick's pictures, I'm like, wow. There are no words. When Sammy did the Pegasus pick from here, and I'll even show you. Sammy did this pick from this book. Which pick was it? She did. Oh, when she did these two Pegasus together. You remember when she did the Pegasus picture, Miss May? When Sammy did this picture and this picture? That picture was just so amazingly. What she did with that picture. I would say I like fantasy. I like dragons, mermaids. Don't get to color dragons too much, but I like mermaids, fairies, wizards. I love grayscale now. You know, I've gotten a lot more confident with my grayscale too. I'm just coloring it this way because it's more comfortable to color it this way. This top part here, this way. Then we'll turn back to the normal orientation. Miss Robin, you're the puzzle lady. Sammy did that Pegasus picture, and I was like blown away when she did the Pegasus picture from this book. That was one of my favorite pictures that she ever did. You know, I think with grayscale, it's like anything else. You learn as you go. Hold on, I'm looking for my beige thing. The beige case, which is the case for the liners. I love my liners, but I don't get to use them as much as I should. White. Ooh, blue. Maybe too dark of a blue. I just want to test out the colors on these blues. Oh. Like that. Like that. Sometimes I have to test out which colors are going to work for something. No, 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 no. That is not supposed to go there. This is aquamarine. See, Michelle, you have to put this thing. See, this is for Michelle. When you open up the sharpener, you got to do this. You open it up, and then when you put the pencil and you put the little thing in the back there, that's how you get your pencil in. You just sharpen it. That's what I was trying to tell you. And I always bring out a white pencil because you always need the white pencil. So, going with my white there. So, here's our blue. This is aquamarine. I hope I have another pencil like it. These are the live. This is the lava. I'm going to show you a little trick I learned from, I forget who I learned this from. Put the white down here. And very lightly you put the different shade here, and then you get a different shade for your blue. So really, really lightly put there. And get a different shade for the blue. You can do this with pretty much any white and blue pencil. Because then you get a different like shade. Take the white pencil here. And then you take the aquamarine. Very lightly with your pencil. And you create a different shade with your pencil. And someone was saying, "Oh, I can't blend my iris." Nonsense. This is just the result of me being lighter handed and adding a little bit of white to the color. I didn't know that she had a new one out. I got to see it because I just got a new mandala book, so I got to see it before I can actually. If someone has a flip through of that, let me know. Because I just don't. Let me get to the right here. Just add the white to make it a little bit lighter. Oh, yeah, like. Maybe someone can tell me what these are. I don't know what these are in my library set. I think they're blenders, but I don't know what they are because they came with my set. Does anybody know what these are? They call them blender pencils. They came with they came with my pencil set, but I have no idea what these are. Miss May, do you know what these are? Because they came with my Rembrandts, and I have no idea what they are. Anybody know what these are? These came with my library set, and I have no idea what they are. Someone told me they're blending pencils. I'm like, really? Well, they are blenders. Well, we all have to wear the mask now. It's not like, optional. So, guys, I'm going to stop there today. I'm going to stop here today. So, we used my polychromos, we used my Rembrandts, but we're going to stop here. So, we'll use this as a reminder where we are. So, my little stickies, I had a bunch of stickies before, so they probably ended up somewhere. So, where are my stickies? I always keep stickies, tabs, because I don't know where we are. I like to put them. Oh no! So guys, we're gonna stop here for today because my hand is starting to feel a little bit I'm starting to have a little pain in my hands, so sometimes when you use pencils, you can have this happen. So everybody take care and everybody be good and have a great day and take care of each other. And remember, do what you need to do to stay safe and healthy. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.